Good morning, it's Tuesday the 12th of May and I've been having all kinds of problems. I thought I'd be on time with you today, but first of all my phone hasn't charged up even though it was plugged in all night. So I was very happy that I have such a thing as an iPad, which technically I only use it for doing proper videos with a tripod. And I haven't used it in a while, so I found it and it wasn't charged up, so I'm trying to charge it, but it's not charging. I don't know what's going on with my chargers. It's on 6%, so it may not last for long. But I thought I will start off anyway, at least you get something. So the poem today is a song that I sing every morning. Beauty came to me like the morning rose. Duty came to me like the morning sun. Divinity came to me like the morning aspiration. And I'll sing it. Beauty came to me like the morning rose. Duty came to me like the morning sun. Divinity came to me like the morning aspiration. I'm grinning because I can see my gap where I haven't got my denture. Well, it's part of being real and accepting life how it is, even though it's not ideal. I would eventually get another denture, but at the moment it's not my priority. So that's the poem. Second thing is I went in the garden to get a flower or something from nature to show you and share with you. And I've got blue alkanet growing in the garden. And I've got little pink herb robert. And herb robert is very dear to me because as a child I lived on a farm and I used to have a lot of little dens around my father's fields, and some of them were under hedges where herb robert tended to grow. And when you step on it and crush the leaves, they have the most beautiful fragrance. Some people don't like it. It's a bit musty, but I love it. It's absolutely beautiful smell for me. So we've got the poem, we've got unexpectedly a song, we've got the nature, and now the mindfulness. So today I'm going to do mindfulness, breath work exercise, conscious breathing. And the great thing is that your breath is always with you. It's like I'm trying to move the iPad so it stops shaking so much. That's it. So anyway, your breath is always with you, and you can, in any situation, you can take your attention to your breath and just focus on the inhale and the exhale and notice what it's like to be breathing, to be a living human being. I do have a cat beside me. She's trying to climb on my lap. I will give her a bit of a boost so that you can see her. Ooh, hello. Hello. Yes, that's a cat. It's Misty. Bella's by my feet. So, oh, don't rub your head on the iPad. It makes it move. Not a good idea. So for this exercise, the first thing is find a quiet place and remember, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is an exercise that everybody can practice, and it rewires our brain in a positive way. If you practice mindfulness even for a week, 10 minutes a day for 5 days, scientists can see the benefits. Come then, come Bella. You want to come up here? Bella might be coming. We'll see. She's coming and purring. So mindfulness is a bird with two wings. The first wing is bringing your attention here and now and kind of mentally stepping outside of who you are so that you can observe yourself almost as a different person. Come, Bella, come. She's not happy that Misty's here. Bella, hey, come. There you good girl. There you good girl. Oh, never mind. This is not my best morning live, but that's part of acceptance as well, part of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a bird with two wings. The first wing is being here and now in the moment and noticing what it's like to be me, here and now, with no denture and two cats that are disturbing me. You're here and now in the moment, and you're noticing what it's like, where you are, what you're doing, what you're feeling and what you're thinking. And to bring yourself into the present moment, you can use your senses, and we've been looking at using the sense of, one cat. We've been using the sense. You're going to have to go down, darling. I'm sorry. I just pushed her away behind that iPad, otherwise I'm going to lose my face to a cat. Mindfulness is a bird with two wings. The first wing is bringing your attention here and now to this moment. And the second is the attitude you take, which is an attitude of kindliness, compassion, self-love, a very kind of scientific curiosity, so you're really alert and aware of what's going on, what it is to be here and now in the moment, and no judgment or criticism of yourself, what you discover, or anything else such as disturbances and cats and having no denture. When I want to start a mindfulness practice, I say there are two ways that the mindfulness bird works. One is it sits in its nest. I hope you can see me still. And the other is that it flies around. And when it's sitting in its nest or perched on a tree, not moving, not going anywhere, that's what it's like when we do mindfulness exercises that take time. We set a certain time aside and find a quiet place where we can really focus on being mindful. And that's what I'm doing in the morning with you at the moment. And when the mindfulness bird goes flying, that's when you're taking your mindfulness practice into your ordinary life, into everyday life, into everything you're doing. And whatever you're doing, you take your attention to noticing what you're doing. And it might be having a shower, or going for a walk, or waking up in the morning in bed, or vacuuming, washing the dishes. Any of the jobs you have to do. Might be driving around, it might be waiting for a bus. Mindfulness is a practice you can use anywhere, at any time, and it's completely free, and it has incredibly beneficial effects on your life. Your capacity to concentrate improves, your creativity improves, your judgment and decision making improves. If you measure the brain, you find that the density of the neocortex increases, that's the command center of your brain, and the amygdala shrinks, and that's the part that deals with stress. Why does it shrink? Because you haven't got so much stress anymore, because mindfulness has brought your attention here and now and stopped your mind drifting off into the past or the future, worrying about things that might happen or dwelling on things that went wrong in the past. And much of our stress comes from our mind and our undisciplined thoughts. So I am going to do an exercise now, hopefully before the iPad decides it's not charging and packs up on me. And when I'm going to do a mindfulness exercise, I find a quiet place and My shrine is in my bedroom, and my office or my art workshop is much of the time in my bedroom. So this is the place that I very often choose. And it's comfortable and peaceful. It's a quiet road, quiet house. Many blessings in my life. So you imagine, sit upright, as straight as you can. I'm not particularly upright here, but it's a good place to sit, and I've got support for my back. Imagine a thread lifting your head up so your spine is erect. And then I always say my body is going to be still for a while, so even if it's only 2 minutes or 10 minutes, the body might start to grumble and be restless. So I give it a bit of a stretch, twist, so my body feels I haven't forgotten it, I'm looking after it. And then we start to take our attention, first of all, to the body and notice how it's sitting or standing or lying, what it feels like, where the weight is going. And you notice the weight pressing down through your bottom if you're in a chair, through your feet if they're on the floor. And you notice how warm and solid your body is. You can even think, I am good and my body is very good. Gratitude for my nice body. Gratitude for my life. Gratitude for my capacity to breathe. Gratitude for my knowledge of mindfulness. Gratitude for the opportunity to share it with people. Gratitude for people joining me. Hi. So nice to see you from Sweden. Wow. So we're doing a mindfulness exercise, and I'm taking my attention to breath, and I'm going to do a conscious breathing exercise today. And I've just started. So after noticing that the body is good and comfortable and reflecting on some gratitudes, I take my attention to my breath. And I notice the inhale and the exhale. Sometimes I close my eyes to concentrate, so just do that for a moment or two. Notice the breath flowing in and out. And very often when you do this, it makes your breath automatically slow down a bit and calm, and the stress starts to evaporate or drain down and go down into the ground. Inhale and exhale. Just watch and notice. Do you notice the temperature of the air as it comes into your breath, into your nose? And the temperature as it leaves? How far can you actually follow the sensation of the breath? Can you notice it as it enters your nose? Can you notice it as it goes down your throat to your lungs? Do you notice your body moving as you breathe? Your chest as your ribs expand. Perhaps your back and your shoulders a little bit. I recommend you put your hand on your tummy, because ideally you should breathe with your whole lungs, and that means using your diaphragm. If you're using your diaphragm, you'll notice your tummy expands as you inhale. and settles back as you exhale. And your mind is focused on your breathing and noticing what it's like to breathe. If you're not breathing from your diaphragm, if you're just using your chest, the breath is quite shallow, and very often your shoulders come up as you breathe in. I'm exaggerating it, obviously. And people sometimes call that vertical breathing, and it's associated with stress. If you're stressed, you kind of inhale sharply and breathe quite fast and shallow. So if you want to relax and get rid of stress, you need to do the horizontal breathing, which is when your belly is moving out and in. If you're standing, it's horizontal because it's going further away from you and then back into you in a horizontal way. So just for a few moments, breathe consciously, noticing to what extent is your breathing horizontal or vertical. And then, when you're ready to finish the exercise, I always do the same as I started with. It's like wrapping a parcel and unwrapping it again. So I take my attention from my breath to my body. And notice how warm and solid it is. And offer gratitude for my nice, warm, solid body. And gratitude for my breath and for the oxygen in the atmosphere and the beautiful planet we live on. And the cats. Misty's now gone quiet and sitting nicely. See if I can show you her. And Bella sitting on the end of the bed. My silk painting materials I was doing. I like to meditate at 6 o'clock and then do a bit of preparation for silk painting, stretching the silk on the frames. These are offcuts of silk from previous ones. And I've got little frames I'll be using to put them on. And I'm inspired today to paint some butterflies. I'm getting my mind going sideways away from the conscious breathing exercise, aren't I? Aha! And I noticed it. No judgment or criticism, just awareness and self-love. This is what it's like to be me here and now. Bring my attention back to my breath and my body. And then I can't do what I usually do, which is rub my palms together to create a bit of friction and warmth, and then bring my both hands to the side of my face in a gesture of self-acceptance and love and gratitude. And then stretch and twist and bring my attention back here and now to the present moment and to Pasthuman Auntie. Pasthuman Auntie is here. Welcome, welcome. Lovely to see you. And have a brilliant time and give all my love to everybody and everything in Sweden. So nice. I think you're the first person to join me from Sweden. Just going to try and do a screenshot so I have your details. That's good. And then I can share the video when I record it as a video, when I save it on YouTube. Have a happy day. Looking at my teeth again, very embarrassing. Have a lovely day and a happy week. Happy Tuesday, happy week. And today is going to be great. Oh, one more thing. I was watching a YouTube just as I was coming onto YouTube, which was really delightful. And it was saying, make art. Everybody has the capacity to make art. We're all hardwired from our creator to be creative, made in the image of God, as it says. So what is God? Is the creator. So we're all creative. And this is something to encourage. And the guy was saying, if you're a fine artist or a dancer or a musician or any type of artist, make your art. And when anything troubles you, make art. Art is the answer to all the troubles. And it was funny, you know how our mind, our limbic system loves humour, which is why adverts often use it, because it's memorable. And I only watched it once or twice possibly, but I'll see what I remember. He says, make art when your leg gets crushed by a robotic boa constrictor, something like that. When your leg gets crushed by a robotic boa constrictor, make art. When your cat explodes, make art. And he went through all these different crazy circumstances and situations that might trouble you. Make art. So have a great day and make art. Bye.